Today, I would like to talk to you about robotic platforms. In front of me, I have some of the well-known robotics platforms, and I want to kind of discuss what I think the pros, the cons are, and what I plan to be using for my next project. If I've missed any platforms that are really important that you think I should be covering, please let me know. These are the main ones that I know of in the industry. There are a few more. So, starting off with the one that everybody knows so well, we have the Lego EV3. And next to me, we have the Lego NXT. Now, this is a fantastic platform for learning robotics. It's got great third-party support for programming and sensors. It's got great range of parts. It's really friendly and safe for kids. It's Lego. The Lego is hard to beat in any context. You've got 4 sensor ports, 4 motor ports on the EV3 and 3 motor ports on the NXT. Got it built in Bluetooth. You can add Wi-Fi. It's a good, solid platform. And I've used these platforms for many, many years and tried to push the limits. I believe I've pushed the limits. And they've worked out really, really well. Recently, I've been also playing about with VEX, IQ and EDR. So here we have IQ. As you can see, you could never say it is as sexy as Lego. I'm willing to be flamed for that, but it is a very solid, very strong platform. The units are kind of bigger, if you know what I mean. So Lego, you could probably do something slightly smaller, whereas this is, you can build pretty big stuff. Now, I believe the power of the motors is similar to the Lego version. What the advantage of this, I guess you could say, is you've got 12 motor ports that are also sensor ports. So bi-directional ports, so they can be either motor or sensor. But you've got 12 of them. That's quite a lot. You've got a Bluetooth support for iOS. There's Robot C for it in some drag and drop programming. So it hasn't got as much programming support as Lego, but I don't think anything has. For Lego, you can program in Python, Scratch, their own software, Legos, Robot C, there's not quite C, there's there's one that's in C#, there's tons of it. So Lego is very hard to touch, but one thing I would say that's very good about this is you've got a lot of extra motor ports and sensor ports. So, if you're building something that involves a lot of motors and sensors, this is a very strong metal axles platform. What I also would say I found very surprising this, I built a Lego skateboard that was powered by Lego motors and a VEX skateboard powered by VEX motors. And actually, this brain could run, I think it was about 8 motors per brain for a good couple of hours. So anybody who's played with Mindstorms knows you couldn't even get near that. If you run 4 motors off a brain, the brain really struggles for power. So I was super impressed with that. IQ's big brother, which I've only got the brain in front of me, is EDR. So this is a metal building platform. It's super powerful. So it's older than IQ. It's got a super cool controller that I can show you. It's got 10 motor ports and it's got 8 analog and 12 digital ports. If you've ever seen, it's also got UART and I2C. It's got other ports on it. If you've ever gone to one of the robotic competitions that has VEX EDR, we are talking big robots. We are talking, robot, I can't even show you, but it's stupidly big, metal, powerful robots. It's a very, very powerful platform. So other platforms in this area is you've got the Fisher Technic Robot TXT controller. So this is something I reviewed recently. The building platform, I'm not the biggest fan of. It kind of just doesn't float my boat so much as a platform. I don't like the fact the axle's just turning and the cog isn't. So, yeah. However, forgetting that, this brain is by far the most advanced I have here. The brain is touch screen. It has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It's got a stupidly fast processor compared to like Lego. It's got a camera by default, so you can do computer vision. You can basically detect objects, follow lines. This is really advanced. Super impressed with this. As I said, I don't think any other robotics platform brain touches it for power, except unless you get to something like the Pi, which we'll go on to in a second. You've also got Tetrax. So this is one of the Tetrax sets. They've had a bit of a different look on life. Again, it's a metal platform that's very, very strong. What I kind of like that they do is they don't really care what brain you use. You can use a Lego EV3, an NXT, a Pi, an Arduino. They don't care. They want you to build the actual, use the building material. It is a good building material. It doesn't float my boat as much as VexEDR. Maybe because I don't have enough of it, I don't know, but at the moment the VexEDR stuff is really, really interesting for me. So, one platform that really excites me, is the MakeBlock platform. So, this is Arduino powered, like one of these. This is an Arduino with a little Wi-Fi Bluetooth add-on to it, which I kickstarted. What I like about MakeBlock is I originally first backed it because it was Lego compatible, so you can build Lego, the holes match up, you can build Lego on top of this, which I think is awesome. But they just make the most varied robotic kits out there. So you can build a 3D printer with this. They've got a kit you can buy, build a 3D printer, a laser engraver, a robotic arm, box this size, super stuff. If you follow MakeBlock, which I do recommend, the stuff they build with their platform is out of this world. They are building things the size of a small table that go around the floor. They've got all sorts of wheels. They've got all sorts of sensors. They've got everything you can think of. And because it's Arduino and it's open, you can kind of make your own connectors and plug whatever sensors you like in. So if you were going down the Arduino route, which is a very good route for learning robotics programming, etc., MakeBlock is the perfect building platform for it. Now, if you want to go on to the next step after a Arduino, you want to start talking about the Pi. Now, the Pi is basically a computer. It is a cost-effective computer. This one's actually got the Dexter Industries Lego add-on, so you can talk to Lego. As you said, with this, you need a building platform. So you could use this with Tetrax, you could use this with MakeBlock, you could use this with Lego. And it's a really, really solid platform. Just throw that in there. You've got loads of shields, loads of add-ons. There's actually even a Pi Storm, if I remember, which is just a shield that goes directly on the Pi that allows you to run even more cool stuff. And I've done quite a lot of programming. Because it's basically a computer, you can run Python or any programming language you like. You can do OpenCV, you can do all types of robotic cool stuff. So, I am coming back to VexEDR. So, I've chosen, I want to start learning robotics from more of a maths point of view. My maths is terrible at the moment. And so I want to start building, say, a robot that can see something and take it off you using kinematics. I want to learn all the, what you kind of learn at college or uni on robotics without the pressure of it. Because the kids, so I've chosen to use VexEDR. The reason I've chosen to use this is with other platforms that are plastic here, if I wanted to reach out and grab an item, the motors just aren't as powerful enough. I know you could put loads and loads of motors on an arm and slow it down, etc., but it just does not work. You're going to spend more time trying to structurally engineer that robot to get the item than actually the learning of how do I find that item in 3D space. So because this is a metal platform and it's absolutely super powerful, see one of my VexEDR videos, I made a really simple arm in a night that just picked up, could pick up a can of Coke. Now, if anybody's done any robotic building, the strength required to reach out a full-size kind of arm, pick up a can of Coke and lift it, that's quite powerful. It actually, the first time I did it, fell off the table. It was that much of a counterbalance. So I'm going to go with this, and I'm actually going to kind of plug a computer into it to do the heavy lifting for machine vision, and I want to plug a LiDAR sensor into it. I want to use my Kinect sensor and learn about depth and everything like that. So I'm hoping to do a lot more videos around EDR at the moment. Before anybody thinks I'm not sponsored to do this isn't being pushed onto me. I just think for me to learn robotics, the best platform for me to use at the moment for what I want to do, which is kind of, learn about 3D space and kinematics, is using this. Now, so you might get a lot of videos about EDR. Currently the favourite stuff I got, they do some epically cool turntables, and so high power turntables, and also they've got some interesting rotation sensors that doesn't need to reset every time you turn it off, so it already knows what angle it's at, which is cool. So if I've missed any platforms, I've got Matrix in the garage, I've got Ingeno, which is a new platform I started playing with. Let me know if you disagree with any of my kind of logic on why I would pick X, Y, and Z. As I said, probably the runner-up for me to do what I want to learn is MakeBlock, and I have got quite a lot of it in the shed. Just kind of think I know what I'm doing with this at the moment. I've been playing about with it. So thank you very much.